Lennox and Addington.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate those comments, and I just had a question here. I feel like we're not answering some of the concerns that other groups have, and I am getting emails not from religious groups, but from feminist organizations, LGBT individuals. And this one email I got from We the Females, a feminist group, is concerned that amongst young girls, gender dysphoria is being overdiagnosed, and young girls that may be confused about their general sense of self or who believe that their current personal distress has a simple cause, being the wrong gender, are being overdiagnosed, put on drugs that are putting them on a process that is irreversible. Does the member have a comment to these people who are concerned about this? This is not related to any animosity towards LGBT people, but just a concern for kids. Can the member address this concern? Thank you.
Well, member for Churchill, Kiwatanuk, Aski.
Mr. Speaker, I mean, first of all, to the member that asked the question, he does have a record of supporting deeply troubling and discriminatory views. We saw that in his leadership campaign.
Mr. Speaker.
And what I would say, Mr. Speaker,
Order.
is that when it comes
Order.
to...
Order. The honourable member for Hastings, Lennox and Addington on a point of order.
Yeah, those comments have nothing to do with this debate, and in fact are personal attacks which are taken out of context and in fact false. And I'd prefer that we return to the debate.
Yeah, I appreciate the honourable member's intervention on around a point of order. In this case, I think I didn't hear anything in the member for Churchill's comments that would necessarily sort of categorize it in the same way that the honourable member for Hastings, Lennox and Addington has characterized it. I'll keep an ear for that. But in this case, I think what I would say the member speaking of is really constitutes debate on the question that's before the House, and perhaps he'll have another opportunity in the course of this debate to perhaps comment on those issues. We'll go back to the honourable member for Churchill, Kiwatanuk, Aski to complete her response, and then we'll go on to other questions and comments. The honourable member for Churchill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And frankly, I'm flabbergasted at the member's comment. I mean, if he's not able to, take the heat for what we all know is, a very troubling track record, then I'm not quite sure what he's doing here. And I find real concern in mischaracterizing organizations as feminist. I am very concerned to hear the kind of framing that the member is using to frankly fit his own agenda, an agenda that we know has been agenda of hate and discrimination. Let us be clear, trans rights are human rights. The rights of the LGBTQ2IA community are human rights. We as members of parliament in a country like Canada that commits to with upholding human rights should be standing up for them, and supporting Bill C-6 is squarely part of that, and we must go a lot further.